right, welcome to episode 7 of, I believe it's The Spirit Within, of Heroes and Hardships 3 Kingdoms game. And today I have with me Rogue as Fei Jian, Walter Peck as Peng Day, Slip as Zhang Dayu, and Friendly as Wen Shi Ni. And we're going to get right into it here. Peng Day Fei Jian, it's been 2 days since you left the company of Manu, who headed back to Jagu to keep an eye out for anyone that he could spot as emissaries of the Ten Attendants, while keeping hidden from the man that you had let flee from your previous battle. In the meantime, you headed back to the cave where certain uncertainty kind of filled you, as you knew some things had changed. And on the way, Dayu and Shini, you had left the cave to scout around, and here had made camp. And just but a few moments ago, Fei Jian and Peng Day, you have arrived, seeing the fire and the smoke above as the night begins to take hold and the day passes. And as you arrive and see these two in camp, I'll let you guys go ahead and get started. And you can roleplay amongst yourself for a moment.
We're just walking right up onto the camp right here.
Yeah, you saw who it was.
I think Fei Jian be walking with his bow in his hand, being cautious at first, but after noticing who it was, he offers a smile as he comes up into the light of the camp and nods to both of them. It's good to see you again.
As they were approaching, Zhang Dayu, her chin had lifted slightly into the air, and she was almost sniffing the wind, as if she detected something familiar. And as you speak, she turns towards you, and Peng Day with a wide grin. "Ah, I knew you would find us. Or we would find you. Fate will not allow us to part for long."
Pang Day approaching the camp once he recognized Shini and Dayu, kind of slings Black Dragon over one shoulder and approaches casually and returns the smile. And, fate is very kind to us these days. Doubly so that you have left the cave for... I have ill news about this alchemist that has been looking over Feng while we have been gone. And he kind of turns to Fei Jian to let him break the news about his brother.
Yeah, he'll probably look to the fire sad, and he says, "We did find my brother and the rebels, but sadly, my brother is no longer with us on this world." And he kneels down by the fire. And he says, "He warned us of the alchemist and said that his magic would be used to change us as it did my brother."
"Change you? How?
It seems he made my brother into some kind of monster. And perhaps he is the reason for these gates and all of this evil unleashed.
Pang Day kind of quickly chimes in. Yes, these monsters we have been facing, it seems he is playing some sort of role in this. Unfortunately, Jian's brother, Wang Bo, either unwittingly or knowingly allowed the alchemist to change him, turning him into some sort of monster, a wolf combined with a man. We slew him, but it cost almost all the lives of the rebels there. They had some sort of weird presence that many of them just simply collapsed dead of fear and horror at the thing we saw. To make matters worse, it seems the magistrate is sending men after us as he does not know whether to trust our allegiance to him.
What a fool. She turns over to Jean. I am so sorry about your brother, but his spirit is free now and unfettered by whatever evil spirit or demon had contaminated it. He will watch over you from beyond, perhaps from Wudan.
Fei Jian tries to offer a smile and a nod. Still, he can't seem to meet her eyes. Just filled with sadness. He nods and he says, "He's with my sister now, I suppose."
She walks over and kind of puts a hand on his shoulder. I know it is hard for those who live here, where you cannot see the spirits all around you. But if you come with us to Wudan, perhaps it will give you some comfort. You will see that they are real. And that life does not end here.
Winchini,
Oh, God.
Winchini, who's been sort of hunched, his shoulders hunched, sort of staring into the fire. He says, I do not know if you will find any peace in Wudan, but here I have a jug of plum wine, and it will bring you peace. We will drink to the fallen. And he pours out a long draught into a cup and hands it over to Fei Jian.
He takes it. His eyes were very interested in when she was talking about seeing the spirit world and believing in them and stuff. So he definitely seems very interested in that. But then he looks to the wine and nods with a smile. Thank you. I will drink tonight then.
Do not drink too much, you two, for the news I have of Pima Wen. Well, it would be foolish to delay too long. Time on Wudan can be different. I hope to find him where I've been told he is. But if we do not hurry, it might not be the same.
Pang Day Ray kind of surprised. He goes, What have you learned about Pai Mei Wen?
The spirit at the cabin. She told me that Pima Wen is on Wudan, but he is prisoner there. That's what she was told, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yes.
Oh yeah, I was there.
So, at the mention of Pima Wen, Winshini, his head snaps up, and he says, "What do you know of Pima Wen and Wudan? He is gone forever."
You foolish man. His spirit was merely taken from his body back to Wudan, and now he is trapped there, and he needs our help. He sent a message through another spirit. It was not only I that heard. Peng De heard it also. Fei Jian was there, but he had mud in his ears.
So, Pima Wen sends you messages, and nothing to me?
Spirits do not come to mortals. Not usually. It is unusual for one such as Pima Wen to attach himself to... Well... I cannot call you ordinary, for I have never met another man like you, but still, you are not of that world. But if you wish to free him and see him again, that is where you must go.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Haha, we will go now. We will see Fei Jian's brother and rescue Pima Wen. We will bring them both home.
We will bring Pima Wen home, she says, kind of giving a sad look to Fei Jian.
Yeah, he looks surprised between them both, and although a little skeptical still, he nods. He doesn't say anything.
With all of I experienced recently, I have no doubt that we will be able to rescue your friend, Pima Wen. Regardless of the danger we face, I will help see you through it.
Pima Wen is our key to finding the spirit bridge. It is not only for Wen ZD we go, but for all of the land.
The Spirit Bridge, it is how the Spider Woman and these other awful things have come into our world, yes?
Yes, and it appears that perhaps this alchemist had something to do with it. But in order to fix it, we must find it.
As you are talking, there's kind of a thud comes off from the screen's right, and you hear something kind of grunt out of the trees as the trees begin to shake roughly, and this big kind of humanoid creature lurches forward. "I'm not awful. You say awful things come from Wudan, but I'm not awful. My name is Garden. Not awful."
What does it look like exactly?
Chinese troll. It's probably 8 feet tall. Tiny horns. Very pale white skin. Wearing Oriental, or kind of, not Oriental, that's not what I was saying. Wearing, ornate kind of armor a bit. Has a club slung over its shoulder. Huge club.
Pang Day, as the creature comes out of the woods, definitely faces it, bringing his guandao down from his shoulder to more of a ready position and kind of challenges it. "What are you doing here? How did you find us?"
No, you were here. I heard you, and this is where he said you would be, so this is where I came.
Who sent you?
Be my win. I owed him a favor, so here I am.
Ha 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 ha! It seems that everyone in Wudan owes Pima Wen a favor.
I lost gambling to him some time ago, and now here I am paying off my debt.
Would not be surprised if everyone in Wudan did owe Pima Wen a favor. But yes, he is here. I think we should go.
Are you
She starts-
sure you want to do that? The way to Pima Wen is filled with danger. I will show you the entrance, but I can't go that way or I'll end up cooked.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'll end up cooked.
We must go regardless of the danger. I too owe Pima Wen a favor.
Well, if you don't owe him a favor, I wouldn't be going if I were you. Especially those ones. He points to the 3 humans amongst you.
Yeah.
Wenchini, you first.
Yeah, Fei Jian is still kind of standing up, cautious with his bow in his hand, and he says, I am not afraid to go. Why do you say this? What troubles will come to us?
He must pass the Guardian to get to the halls of the dead.
Who is Guardian?
It is the Guardian. He's always been the Guardian. Dayu, you can make a lore roll. I would say challenging.
Okay. No. When you leave Wudan, things get really blurry, and the longer you're in the mortal realm, the harder it is to remember specifics. She scrunches up her brows and says, I know there are guardians. A guardian of the dead, but I cannot remember who.
Wenchini rises to his feet and he leers, he leans heavily to one side and stumbles a few steps that direction, and then sort of weaves back in the other direction. And it's clear that he's perhaps been drinking most of that jug of plum wine. And he says, No guardian of the dead will keep me from my friends or from Fei Jian's brother. We will go there. We will take them all. We will bring them all home. All of them.
No. No. Just Pima Wen. We cannot make the spirit bridge. Whatever this rift is larger. I understand that this is a good intent, but the dead, they are different from spirits like Pima Wen. Still, you will see. You will see when we get there. Lead on, guide. Take us to Wudan.
Okay, I did warn you. Don't blame me. Turns around and pushes through the trees, roughly.
Dayu quickly gathers up her few belongings and sheathes her sword and starts to jog toward the troll, kind of looking over her shoulder at the rest of the group.
Pang D kind of slouches his shoulders and, I guess no rest for the wicked. And jogs after Shini and Dayu.
Yeah, Fei Jian follows behind.
Come, Fei Jian with the fat drunkard. We will rescue your brother.
Where did that go? 1 second.
He keeps saying we're gonna rescue his brother.
He's in heaven. Leave him alone.
He's totally alright, let's go get my brother.
Sounds great. Where's that token? Well, I know I made it. Might not have uploaded it. Give me 2 seconds. GM failure.
So what undead or demon will we be fighting tonight? My vote is Frankenstein.
Maybe. What the heck?
Well, that's true. We've had vampires and werewolves, right? What's next on the list? A mummy?
We've had zombies, vampires, werewolf, spider queen. I don't know how you want to classify that. So we have mummy, Frankenstein, and whatever's left from the monster squad.
She was like a
mermaid.
drider.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
Give me a sec. I can't find this token. I'll just make it again. Give me like 2 minutes here.
Anyone have any exciting stories?
No.
Story of Pima Win, obviously. Okay. You push through this part of the forest which Pang Day and Fei Jian had just come from, that direction. And all of a sudden you start to get pretty cold quite suddenly as you're passing through these trees, which seem more dense than they were before, and you kind of look around, and suddenly it thins out. As it thins out, you notice this massive shadow from the last bits of light shining in the horizon being thrown over you, and you see a what is inexplicably a castle. Let me swing over there. You see, you do not see the troll at all. Oh my god!
Blackness. I'm falling.
They're messing with lighting, and it's just I just turned it on, dude.
Pengdi stumbles through the darkness, hands outstretched, hoping he doesn't run into anything awkward.
It's the lighting effects that they're just messing with it, I think. Now it's like, now I can't even see tokens. It's great. This is amazing. This is amazing. It's your...
Theater of the mind time.
Yeah, no, I just... Yep, it's... Okay, here we go. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you see this this castle in front of you. There's a broken stair up to the castle, and you feel this cold as snow falls about you, and these menacing eyes from these massive statues looking down. You can look on the right and left of the stairs, and there's just a pit of blackness on each side.
I'm guessing this castle wasn't here earlier.
Oh no, yeah, no.
I suppose we must go this way. She just starts walking forward toward the bridge.
Pengdi doesn't really object, considering a wolf led him to a mountain through the woods just a few weeks ago. This fails to surprise him, and he kind of trails after Dayu.
I think Fei Jian is going to be enthralled by this now. Maybe scribbling about it on his tablet as he's following them.
Winchini will pause to see what Fei Jian is writing. Some sort of calligraphy, or is it artwork?
Oh, he's writing words about their adventures. He's always trying to take notes and stuff like that, so that he doesn't forget.
Winchini will pause and say, "Make sure you say that the fat drunkard was the hero." He'll clap him on the shoulder.
He smiles as he looks over at him, and he says, "You keep saying that we will rescue my brother. Do you think this is true?"
I cannot say. I have seen much that is weird when I am in the company of Zhang Daiwu. But if your brother is here, and he wants to return, I will show him the way.
You know much about spirits, too?
No. But But I know that family should be reunited whenever they can.
Maybe my sister will be here too.
We will bring them both home then.
He thinks about this as he scribbles down some more details about the castle.
You continue up the stairs. There's some spots you have to step over and some crumble, but otherwise it appears like it's not going to crumble out from underneath you at the very least. Please give me a perception roll, everyone. Challenging only.
Yeah, I'm on my clay tablet.
These are great words. Yeah, those who passed, which is everyone except Fei Jian, you hear this whoosh, 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 as if something is loudly whooshing through the air, and you kind of look towards where the sound is coming from, and you see coming from up from the darkness is a massive dragon.
Oh, a dragon. Yes, I remember now.
Do you remember anything else about this dragon?
He's the guardian. How far away is the dragon?
It's getting close really quick.
Are we over the bridge?
You are on the bridge currently.
Zhang Dayu does not want to be caught on the bridge. She kind of looks over her shoulder and says, let us not be caught on the bridge. And she kind of starts to jog forward.
When she says the dragon, would Fei Jian notice that?
Yeah, you do after a few minutes of them, all kind of looking over. You're the last to know, certainly.
I think he would probably bust his ass, and drop his tablet as he backpedals.
You were going up or down? You're right in the middle, probably.
When he backpedals, I think he would take a few steps back and then fall on his butt.
Jinny will scoop up the things that Fei Jian has dropped, the tablet and whatever stylus he might have been using. He says, how are you going to write great words about me if you leave these behind, huh? Come. It is just a dragon. We will offer it plum wine and have it tell us stories.
As you are talking, the dragon flies up beside the bridge, and you just can tell, in its mouth is this roaring flame, and it jets out across the bridge towards each of you. Those who did not, okay, so this is a rank 4 hazard, and those who failed their perception roll, Fei Jian, you will take a hardship to your dodge roll. Let me see what you have in store for you as far as the hazard goes. 17. You must beat a 17.
Everyone rolls dodge.
Yeah, if your base defense is already higher than a 17, you do not need to roll.
Well, my base defense is based on being incorporeal. I don't know if that matters for fire, though.
That's true. It's other damage.
So I'm just going to do dodge to keep it simple.
Mhm.
My base defense is 18, so I just kind of
Yep.
acrobatically get out of the way.
Mine is 12, so I have to roll
Yes. And you take a hardship.
an hardship.
You might be meeting your brother sooner than you think.
Yes.
Okay, that's a hit.
Oh shit.
Let's see. I think I got Wen Shini left.
Oh, my base defense is higher
Okay,
than
cool.
17.
All right, so
Yeah.
everybody except Fei Jian in the back, who does get hit. Let's see. Okay, so 17 does damage of.
Oh, I was excited that I dodged. I was like, yeah.
Let's see. No, it met. So meat is a hit. Let's see. Where's the damage on this stuff? Damage. Yes, it was. I should have rolled one more dice, but that's okay. So you take other damage of 5. What is your injury level? 4, so you take an injury. Unless you have anything that blocks other damage, which I don't think you do. So basically the fire catches on your pants and it's burning, Fei Jian, as you're getting up from your seat. And the dragon wheels around and starts coming for another pass. What are you guys gonna do?
How close are we?
You're about 3/4 of the way up.
Are we past it now on the stairs, or?
I
is
mean,
it,
it's
like,
in the
front of
air.
it? Oh, okay. Zhang Daiyu was going to say, "I will try to draw its fire. All of you run past." And she kind of separates herself from the rest and starts to yell into the air, "Oh, Guardian, is that the best you can do? To let 4 mortals past you? Shameful, shameful!"
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. Or deception roll, I would say.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
You should have rolled first.
Oh, that's a social skill. I mean, it's not gonna matter. Not her worst roll ever.
Yeah, not terrible, but it doesn't seem to care. So, are you guys just trying to book it to the top, or?
Yeah,
it's going to be pretty much like sprinting up.
Wen Shini will carry Fei Jian if necessary if Fei Jian is too injured to move.
He's not too injured to move. Scorched leg a bit. I would say go ahead and give me a athletics roll. If you hit the hard TN, you get all the way to the top. If you get challenging, you'll be at the top after this roll. And if you do not get challenging, then you're not making much progress.
Is it athletics or acrobatics, or just straight athletics?
Okay. Acrobatics too. I'll allow it.
I was trying to find athletics.
Athletic.
It's on the physical menu, first one.
Yeah, it should be under
Yeah.
strength.
Oh, there it is. Hi, I'm a moron.
Oh, we can do acrobatics
We
or
can,
athletics.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
When Shini gets there. Pang Day gets there.
Like straight up a Usain bolted up there.
Dayu gets there. Dayu, it looks like you have an injury, by the way. Nope.
Me?
Oh, no, you don't. There's a -3 to your roll. Oh, no, +3.
Doesn't that say +3?
Yeah.
That's my boots.
Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, you all get there. So, describe how that looks as it like shoots down fire again, but you all get inside just as it burns the snow-covered stone of the bridge, and it collapses behind you.
Fei Jian is running, scared out of his mind, and his pants are on fire. So he's like screaming and on fire. And when he gets there, he's finally gonna drop and then roll around to try to put the fire out.
And does this castle have some sort of a door?
Yeah,
Or
just
enclosure?
a wide open archway, just as depicted in the image.
Okay. Yeah, so Winchini will sort of imagine that Fei Jian is the one bringing up the rear. So Winchini will wait at the doorway there and encouraging Fei Jian to run. You are almost made it. Yes. And he will hurl his jug of rice wine towards the guardian in defiance to sort of distract it for that last split second so that Fei Jian can get inside, and then he will dive to the side as the flames burn and come licking through the doorway.
Pang Day, as much as he doesn't want to follow Dayu's command, does so as she taunts the dragon. He is taking 2, 3, 4 steps at a time as he just sprints faster than he realized he was capable of, and bursts through the door, waiting for the rest of the group to arrive.
Yeah, I think, although Fei Jian was the last of those three, Dayu, because she had been taunting, was probably the last one through the door. But as she comes tumbling through, like literally just, with an acrobatic tumble, she jumps to her feet, face flushed, looking just entirely pleased with herself. Oh, it is good to be home.
Good to be home. A dragon just tried to kill us.
Ah, yes, it did, didn't it? And she kind of smacks him on the shoulder. Invigorating.
You go through the door and you are inside this this castle, which some parts of it is open air and collects snow on the pathway around it. You see there's a small bridge in front of you overhead. And although this map is completely see-through, because I didn't want to do dynamic lighting at the scale, you obviously can't. You don't know exactly where to go. Obviously, there's nothing obvious to see in here, so I will let you just tell me what you want to do. You don't see anything or anyone at this point.
As
Pima,
she-
when... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was going to tell you to lead the way anyway, so there you go.
Oh, she was going to say, Pima, when must be here somewhere. She just shrugs.
Have you been to this part of Wudan before?
I don't think so. She says, Wudan is a very big place. And she just starts to kind of wander forward curiously. Comes to the intersection, looking left and right.
If
I
there is
am
a
not-
brothel, or a tavern, or a place to get into mischief, that is where we will find VII.
Yes, we should ask.
Pang Di kind of rushes up behind Dai and kind of puts a hand on her shoulder and is like, What are you, slow down, we just barely avoided death by a dragon. Who knows what surprises might be in here?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
From everyone, or?
Yeah, anyone. Fei Jian is not so good at that.
My pants are on fire.
Yeah, my leg hurts. Yeah, everybody but Fei Jian, as usual. He's kind of in the back, milling about. You see these stone statues kind of like creak off the wall and slowly turn with these massive, massive swords and turn to face you.
Darius says, "Excuse me, have you seen Pima Wen?"
Where's my tablet?
They do not answer.
She draws her sword. I think they want to fight.
I concur. And Pang Di kind of levels his Guando at number 2 there.
Alright, go ahead and roll initiative.
Initiative is...
If you do it from the
combat
combat menu, it'll do it on.
Okay.
But it's reactions.
Mine
Yikes.
didn't go through.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
-1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rolling.
You really
Rolling
need to
it
get those
tonight.
pants put out.
He still hasn't even realized there's people there.
Yay, I go first.
Anyone seen my
Oh
tablet?
no, freak, when'd you need go down? 51?
I cheated.
18 and 26.
That's a pretty good roll.
Just a
Xian,
lot
just
of explosions.
take your pants off, Xian, for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. It will protect you against the spirits.
Alright, Winshini, what would you like to do?
So these things are obviously hostile.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you can tell, they are walking towards you with massive weapons, so...
Oh, okay. Is that a legal hex to move into? Let me zoom in a little bit. I
yeah, that
guess.
would be fine. It's kind of on the wall there, but should be fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move there and assume full defense.
Got it.
Unless I don't have my cheat sheet open, so let me go do that.
5-8 Dai, what would you do?
I guess she's going to... Dang it. She's gonna have to get in Pang Day's way to go there. I guess she's gonna lunge at this guard.
Yep. -3.
Lunge, it doesn't have any benefit or anything, right?
It just lets you move and attack with a -3 modifier.
Right. That's what I thought. Oh wow, that was a really good roll.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I usually get like a straight 30. 30, 30, 30, 30, 30.
I'll try to parry. It does.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this thing
Oh.
swings its sword up and just clang, knocks it away.
Holy
Yeah, holy shnikes.
The other one is going to lunge attack on Peng Day.
That doesn't give me a
Nope.
attack of opportunity, does
Sure
it?
doesn't. It's going to take a -3. $31.
I think we'll do a parry, and I believe with a Guando, that's one hardship.
Yes, it
correct?
is. Okay, that's a hit. 8 plus 8, 16, 15. 15. That would be an injury. What is your armor on your leg? Right leg?
Armor is 4, and I will double check that to be sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, 4.
Okay, you're going to take an injury then. Slashes across your thigh with this massive greatsword. That would put you at 1 AP since you tried to block. Fei Jian, you're up.
Holy. Is there anywhere higher I could get up to, like a vantage point to aim down at them? Or...
You could try to
I think
climb.
there's some stairs.
So there's stairs up. So this is a bridge right here. You're kind of underneath the bridge right now. You could try to jump up there and get up. It's probably 8 feet. So I would let you do it with a successful, probably a successful athletics or acrobatics skill check for an interact AP cost of 2.
All right, I'll try that.
Okay. Yes. So you are now up here and on top of the bridge.
Cool.
You have a pretty good shot at both of them from here. No, I would say that the melee is in effect, but not line of sight is in effect. So it looks like it's the Golem Guard number 1 who's going to return attack at Dayu with a reckless attack. 3 benefits drained.
What is he doing to reckless?
Yep.
What changes did we decide happened with reckless attack?
Changes with reckless. I don't know of any.
Oh, I thought we changed the way that worked, but I might be misremembering.
You talking about attacking with mobs or something, maybe?
I don't remember. Okay, so 3 benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Am I too far away to be able to use my guardian ability?
Yeah, you can't use it against him right there.
Okay.
Alright, that's not gonna get through.
Okay. So you just move out of the way and it kind of smashes against the wall there. Let me do... I gotta... Okay, that'll be reckless. This will be...
How much does reckless cost?
4.
5?
4.
4. Okay.
Let me
Pull up combat.
Alright. Peng Day.
Give me 1 second here. So just to make sure I understand this correctly, they're using a two-handed sword that's unwieldy 3, so if he tries to parry, he takes 2 hardships? That's how I read unwieldy. So
Yeah, I
can't
think
really-
you're right, which means I probably should have given him. Let me see. Does he have unwieldy 3? I think it
It
is.
says on his.
Yep, that's what it should be.
So I am going to. Actually, I'm gonna aim for 2 rounds, up to 3.
Okay. Aiming for 2 rounds. You're up to 3. Fei Jian, you're up.
I will launch an arrow at the one in front of Pang Day.
Okay. Would you like to take a hardship for shooting into melee? Actually, from here, I don't think you could hit him. I'm just gonna There's no way to hit Ping Day.
Okay, cool.
The angle is weird, so feel free. He is at short range. I'm almost positive. Yeah, close range. That is a miss.
Crap. I'm rolling
Well,
really
no,
good.
I'm sorry. That's 9. It's all factored in. I'm sorry. 9. That's a hit. So 13. Let me see what its armor is versus piercing on the torso. 10, or its armor's 3. So it's hit for 10, and that is an injury. So how does it look as you shoot into this stone thing somehow?
Oh, nice. Maybe as it swings at Pang Day or goes to parry or whatever, he Fei Jian like rolls up on top of the bridge. At the same time, he's like coming out of the roll. He pulls an arrow out and launches it probably right in the creases of the shoulder or the pauldrons of this guard, and makes a nice shot right there, wedging into its crease.
All right. Ping Day.
All right, we're gonna be a little crazy here, so I'm gonna do a reckless attack since he has 2 hardships to parry, and so that's 5 benefits.
It is, but 1 hardship.
Yes. And my injury's already factored in, correct?
Yep, should be. Yep, that's right. Okay, so 46, it is going to try to parry. 2 hardships. 29. Wizard's 46.
17.
46 minus 29. Plus, what is your damage on that thing?
14.
14, and his armor versus slashing is 8.
So how does that
23.
work with...
Do you have
I have
slash?
slashing, so that halves it, and then breach, so -2. So if it's 8, it goes, what, 4, then -2 to 2?
Yep, so 6 more than that. So 29. That's a wound.
Plus an injury for mortal.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure it didn't have any other things. Okay, yeah, how does that look as you just smack it
So
across the
after-
waist?
After it slashes across his leg, in a rage, he brings it hard across its stone thigh, causing chunks of rock and stone to go flying back.
Dayu.
Okay, I found what I was talking about. Reckless attack. We added the -5 to base defense when you do it, as well as the... Okay, so she can't aim because he's going to attack before he'll lose that negative to his defense that he's got going for reckless attack. So I'm gonna just do a regular attack?
No, you could aim. You would go before him. He's at 529. You're at 431. If you aimed, you'd go in front.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the other guy. Okay, yeah, I'll aim once.
All right. Let's see who else is up here. Yep, it's the other one. The other one is going to reckless attack you back. Obviously. He has actually. Boom, boom, just so everybody sees. Okay, reckless attack. You have 1 hardship to your defense. Actually, hold on. What's your 7, huh? It's going to aim twice. That takes away its reckless. Okay.
Not that it matters, but I think the math was 26 on that column guard. I don't think that would get a death roll out of it, but I checked my math.
I thought it was yeah. That's why I thought that's what I said. Regardless.
Maybe you did, and I'm a duh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not going to be a death roll. So it's at 6:30. All right. Who is up? I think it's Wen Shini.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna move. Oh wait, isn't it's lunge and attack, right?
Yep.
So I could move to there and do an attack as a lunge attack.
Certainly could. Yes.
I will do that.
$49 is pretty good. Yeah, if I dodge, he loses aim. He's just gonna take it with the base defense, which is 14. So that's 36. Oh boy. 36 minus his gear. Oh man. 34. I think I did that right. That's a wound for sure. How's that look as you smash it?
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, Pang Day sort of hit it in the torso earlier and took a piece out of it. So Winchini is going to do a strike to that same spot and try to chip away more of the stone and weaken it.
Yeah, it's like teetering now. Fei Jian. Or I'm sorry, Daiyu.
Yeah, I'll make my attack now.
Okay.
1 benefit. Decent roll.
It'll try to parry with 3 hardships. Nah,
Oof.
bad. 37. And then you have breach versus slashing, so that's 4. 33 damage, not quite enough to... Wait, I'm sorry. I got lost. My bad. So where is the thing? Okay, you rolled 48 minus 9. His armor is 4 versus that. And then plus 4 with your damage. Yep, that's what I thought. 39. So he's gonna make a death roll. Death roll. Not adding wound levels. Oh!
Oh!
Oof.
Damn.
Oh well, so he's got a wound and an injury.
Yeah, if you have mortal on it, it does. So, wound, injury, raise his AP for attempting to block, and then
Well, it's parry, right?
yeah,
Is parry the same?
yeah, it's the same thing. You are at. Are you supposed to be at 8 now? Did you move that up?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I
did
thought. Okay. All right. For some reason, is that working? All right, whatever. Okay. Now, Fei Jian.
I think I'll fire the same one.
Okay. $13, $17, $14, and then once it's armor. $11. That's enough for an injury to the arm.
It fires nice. Another chip out of it, out of the elbow. Pew.
The one is going to reckless attack. Pang Day. 5 benefits.
I will use my guardian ability.
Okay. Okay. Refresh me what that one does.
So you may make a normal defensive action when an adjacent character would normally make a defensive action. If you fail, the adjacent character may still make a defensive
Yes,
action.
perfect.
as
So
normal.
you can block it.
Yeah.
You get 2 benefits for your staff at least, and then whatever else. Easy. Yeah, so it swings down at Pang Day and Shini intercepts it. And the other guard is going to actually... I might do something else. Actually, not on this one. He's just going to reckless attack, too. $33. That's it, you die you?
Alright. So my guy goes on 10.
Well, it attacked
I'm
you.
just-
It was a reckless attack.
33.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's 3 over my
Yep.
my base. I'm just gonna take it.
Okay. So that's 11 damage. Do you have any armor
I have armor.
on torso?
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same as. Let me take a look. At 4.
Okay, that's an injury for you then. Yeah, just nicks your hip and gets through as you're not used to being struck by these physical weapons, but in Wudang, you suppose it makes sense, I guess.
And presumably, once again, Dayu is too far away for me to use my guardian ability.
Yeah, you're not. You need to be adjacent to the attacker too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Peng Day.
Okay. We're gonna do 2 aims. Actually, check that. We're gonna try something first. We're gonna do a disengage to move back 1 spot.
All right. Go ahead and make an acrobatics roll. Nope. Okay. Disengage is 1
That
AP,
is
I think.
1 AP. Yep. So then the next round I'll do 1 aim.
Okay, I'll just put you up to, just for simplicity, put you up to 9. Okay, Fei Jian, I'm sorry, Dayu.
I'm gonna aim twice.
Fei Jian.
Fire!
So this one I would say you have to decide if you want to do a hardship or not to hit Wen Xini. If you miss.
Okay. Is it the same with Dayu?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you could just, you haven't missed yet, so I mean.
Which one's looking worse? Golem 2?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take the hardship.
Okay. Hit. 24. What's its armor? 21. That's a wound. Oh, plus piercing. So yeah, still wound. Yeah, it's just like teetering now.
Got an arrow actually sticking out of his chest that time.
Alright. Wen Xini.
I think I should have gotten 1 extra point for that block. So I think I'm on 1051.
Okay. Okay, then Peng Day.
We are going to go ahead and do an attack on guard 2 here.
Mm-hmm. What kind of attack?
This is standard.
Okay.
1 benefit.
Not a great roll.
No, that's a lot of 1s.
Still, I'm going to use base defense here. So it's 14, 28. Alright, let me...
And then 26. I think we established.
Yeah, right. So 26 again. That's not enough for it to do a death roll, but it gives it a wound and an injury.
2 injuries because I have mortal times
Mortal,
2.
it can't. It doesn't stack.
I thought it did.
I don't know. I have to look at the ability how it reads.
Well, I think it was how it reads, and that's why I was just double checking because I realized I was doing something wrong with the Kwando. Is let me find it. Bear with me. With the ability Mortal Danger, It's 1 injury every time you give him a wound. If the weapon has the mortal quality, this ability adds an additional injury
Okay.
to that of the mortal
That's
quality.
fine. So it's at 4 wounds and 5 injuries. It's falling apart, basically. You are at 12, and then Winchini.
Okay. I am going to see if I can finish off Golem Guard number 2, the standard attack.
$37, $38, $35, minus 2, $33. Okay, so it's going to take a wound. So it needs to make a death roll because it's over its maximum wound threshold. Gotta beat 33. It does not. How do you crumble this thing into pieces?
Yeah, so once again, they've been sort of working at its torso. Winchny will take the sort of metal capped end of his staff and just hit that vulnerable place that's already been cracking, and it's enough that the 2 pieces separate and it falls apart.
Dayu.
I'm gonna do something a little different. I think I'm gonna do offensive disarm.
Okay.
So that costs 4. I take 2 hardships,
Okay.
but I aimed twice, so
Yep.
nothing. And it's got 1 hardship because it to defend.
It'll probably just use base defense, so -5 on its.
It has to use base defense on that. On this.
Okay. That would work.
Yeah, so she didn't like getting hurt. So to prevent that from happening, she gets irritated and swipes at its hand. You know, maybe she severs, part of the fingers and the blade goes flying off.
Yeah, it just tries to punch you with a reckless attack afterwards. Actually, yeah, it's gonna try to grapple you. $41.
That will be a hit. So I guess what do you roll versus grapple? Just dodge?
Dodge or parry, you can do either.
Does parry take hardships?
What do you mean, take hardships?
I mean, I'll just do. I think my skill's the same. Hold on, let me check real quick. Skills. Swords are 3. Dodges 3. Yeah, the same. I'll just dodge.
No, it grabs a hold of you by the shoulder with its opposite hand, and it just like pulls you closer. And Fei Jian, you are up. If you are here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I was
Yeah,
muted. Is he holding her in front of him?
Yeah, he's got a hold of her. Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be a hardship. Still the same, yeah.
I'm just looking up that rule real quick. think it's the old grappling rules. Okay. Yeah, you would take, you would do the grappling rules and you would do the line of sight rules. So basically, you're talking about a hardship, and you are talking about. Let's see, how does that work? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I moved it. Sorry.
Maybe I could get to a better vantage point or something. Like if I came over here and down out of the window or something like that. Or...
I would say while they're grappled, you're going to have to shoot through her space as well. There would be, unless you were behind it, that would be the only way.
Yeah, I think I'll try to move maybe behind it if I can get right there or something. And I'm still above them, right?
Yeah, you're still
if I'm
above
over here.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you are. So how many how many did you move there?
That was 4.
Okay, cool.
And he'll shout out, like, Dayu!
Pang Day, you're up.
I think he'll do the old sprint. That would be 3 AP.
Alright. Its turn.
Wait, before I finish that,
yeah.
hold on. I can't attack because it's got Dayu and a bear hug. Essentially.
There is for attacking into melee. Hold on. It's in general combat rule updates. That one is. So, let's see. Oh boy. Read it. I think you can. Grapples under there. Yeah, I think you can. Defensive grapplers. They can't make defensive actions against characters that are not the offensive grappler. They have to use their base defense. That's all it says about it. So.
I just prefer not to hit Dayu with Black Dragon if possible, so just wanted to be sure.
Yeah, nope, you can't do it right now. Not for the rules. It is its turn. It's going to try to pummel you. So the way this works is...
Yeah, I couldn't find...
It's under gender...
Where that-
Okay, it's 10 General Combat Rule Update at the very bottom. So, offensive grappler. Offensive actions that require a skill check against a defensive grappler gain 2 benefits. Attack actions may only use hand-to-hand or short blade skill. If any other skill is used, instead 2 benefits, you take 1 hardship. Okay. Offensive and defensive actions that target or react to any other character besides the defensive grappler causes the offensive grappler to immediately end the grapple. Offensive grapplers do not let go defend with their base defense. Defensive grapplers be you. Defensive grapplers that use the grapple action to change from the defensive grappler to the offensive grappler. You can't do that. So offensive grappler may use any defensive action as normal. If successful, the defensive grappler becomes the offensive grappler and may end the grappler immediately. Defensive grapplers are not adjacent to offensive grapplers. That's not here. Defensive grapplers may use offensive actions. Those that require skill checks take 2 hardships. The defensive grappler cannot make defensive actions against any character that is not the offensive grappler. So you're just going to defend as normal. But he gets 2 benefits because he's holding on to you. Make sense? Hand to hand.
Yeah.
Benefits 2. I don't think he's trained in this though, so. Oh crap! I didn't even do my benefits. Hold on.
Yeah, just go again.
Let's do this. A 9 and a 2, so those are both going to be counted. That's 11 and it's 17. You could do your base defense, he won't hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just kind of, as he's trying to squeeze her, she just starts kind of blurring, phasing in and out.
What does she need?
Okay, I think he's just gonna have to maneuver into position. That's it.
Okay, that was 2, right?
Yep. Oh, is that gonna interfere? Am I in
No,
Panday's
he
way?
he has a line of attack.
Okay.
It is your turn slip.
Okay, so I can use an offensive action
You can.
with 2 hardships, correct?
Let me read it again. Yes,
That's what it
that's
says.
correct. Yes. Or you can
Is
use
there any-
grapple. You can use grapple to get away.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. I know that they become the defensive, but I
So
didn't know if that was gonna
basically,
dictate the
as a
grapple.
defender, you can use a grapple to become the offensive grappler, and then you can let go. Then you're not in a grapple anymore, and letting go is a free action.
Yeah, I'm not trained in that, so
You're just
I'm not
hand-to-hand,
gonna.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to. I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay.
Actually, shoot. It goes on
16.
16. I'm gonna aim twice. And so I'll go with all the hardships and benefits calculated right before it does.
Fei Jian. Nope, it's Winchini.
Okay. He is going to attempt a attack on this thing.
It's going to use base defense because it doesn't want to let go. So that's 34, 35, 32, minus 2, 30. So it's going to take a wound as you smack it.
And we're ganging up now, right?
Yep, it's using base defense though.
Yeah.
And then it would be Pang Day. Let's see if the big hitter can get it.
Yep, he's gonna go reckless in an attempt as they all start wailing on the golem to finish it off.
$38. You have not been rolling that great. 38 minus 14, 24. Back to 38. So it's basically 36, yeah. Total because of all the other things. So it's gonna have to make a death roll. Fei Jian. Death roll. Add 1 level, no. How's it look?
So as it tries to pummel Dayu, and Shi-Ni starts beating it with his staff, Pang Day kind of does an overhand downward strike across its back, splitting deep into the stone as it finally kind of crumbles slowly to the ground in a pile of rubble amongst the 4 of their feet.
Yeah, Dayu, ready to strike backwards with her Dao, suddenly stumbles forward just a bit as the creature crumbles all around her. Oh. Well, thank you. I had it, but yes, I suppose we should hurry. She looks embarrassed.
You have saved me. I have saved you. We will do it dozens of times, but I have Shini to thank as well for stopping that golem from hitting me with that sword.
It is what I do. Pick on someone your own size. It's only for fat drunkards. That's what I say to you. And he sort of puts his foot on top of the head of the golem. Learn your place.
Dayu smiles. Well, I thank you for that.
Genie, I owe you a barrel of rice wine when we get back.
Now you are talking. But I sense that we must hurry. I can feel Pima win. He is close.
Yes, I think I can smell him.
Fei Jian's gonna take a look around up here. Does he see anything unusual?
No. It's just a hallway on this, basically overlooking the courtyard there. The inside looks like a very old, dusty room and table that you're in. You can go across the bridge to another room, or there's a long hallway, kind of the ramparts, if you will.
Yeah, he'll find a safe way down, I guess.
Yeah, you can easily go back to the bridge and hop down.
Well, perhaps we should be a bit more cautious. I do not know if there are more of those things, and they will slow us down. So this looks like the way into the building, right? Right there?
Yep, that door's locked, though.
Okay.
No, you could potentially still get through.
What does this look like?
Let's see. Yeah, you look
Like
in there.
just a
It looks
tower?
like essentially some sort of shrine. You recognize shrines like that. It's the shrine of... actually, give me a lore check with 2 benefits. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're not sure. And unless you stop to rest, the injuries are gonna stick with you. So it's up to you.
Well, what does stopping to rest mean?
Sitting around for, I don't know, half an hour? Bandaging yourself, that sort of stuff. For those who are injured.
Ooh,
I don't think any of us have heal, do we?
let me see.
Yeah, if you have heal, you could do it quicker. Just on challenging heal skill checks.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I doubt you wouldn't want to slow them down. She just, kind of tears off, part of her shirt and ties it around the wound that she's got and winces a little. We must find a way into this building.
Fei Jian, were you able to see anything from up above?
No. Do you still have my tablet?
Ah, I do.
Oh, thank you.
Winchini will hand it over. You keep it safe, so that others may know of our heroic journeys after we are gone.
I'm assuming these are windows.
Yep.
on
Yeah, the slotted things are windows, yeah.
Are they the kind of windows you can break or not?
You could try. Certainly could try.
Are they the kind of windows we can look through and see
You
what's
can
inside?
definitely look through.
Yeah.
Any windows in there you can kind of see through. And it's what it is. Dayu, that's a shrine. Your lore is so terrible, you're not sure what it's a shrine to.
Cool.
You're just having tough time remembering. Winshini up in that hallway, you don't see much.
What's this water look like over here? Just look like normal water?
It's frozen.
How high is the shrine? Is there like windows like on a second story or something that looks a little more accessible or maybe not locked if one were to climb up there?
Which way?
Up. I know we're doing.
You mean
top
here?
down, but I
This
didn't know.
right here?
Yeah, something basically. I didn't know if there.
Oh,
was
if you get into this
tall the
area,
shrine.
like you can easily access the rampart area, the second floor, by going up on the hefting yourself up on the bridge and going that way. I know it's kind of loses its a bit of its luster of like where you need to go and stuff, but it would have broken everybody's computer if I put this much dynamic lighting on it. So yeah, you could go up here. You could try to fiddle with this door or windows, or you could.
Should we knock?
With our weapons. Pang Di kind of looks around. If the windows or doors are locked, we can either go up the ramparts and search for a way in there, perhaps a unlocked window high above or an access of some kind, or we could simply, instead of trying to pick the lock, break the lock or the door.
Yeah, Winchini's pretty strong. Can he grab a hold of this slotted window and just
You sure could try.
pull it apart?
You could try. I would
Yeah.
give it a hard strength check. 21.
Okay, so just roll strength.
Or I'm sorry, athletics.
Okay. We'll give that a try. Oh, missed it by 1.
Yeah, you're tugging and tugging and tugging. It's just not coming loose.
Perhaps the servants have left the back door open.
What are the rest of you doing as he's trying to get in through that way?
If Pang Di's capable, he'll probably give it a good yank.
Yeah. Where are you going to try to get in?
Where he was, basically
Okay.
seeing him.
Yeah.
Pull it.
Go ahead.
Athletics, is that what I
Yep.
saw?
Mhm.
Fei Jian's gonna knock on the front door.
Pang Day, he comes up after you, and you've maybe loosened it a bit, and he is able to rip out some of the window, the rods in the window where you could crawl through. Fei Jian, this exterior door is locked right here. You can try to knock on it. You do so, and you don't get any response.
Yeah. After he knocks, he hears them pulling the window open. He's gonna take off over there.
Pang Di kind of bending or ripping out some of the bars, looks to his fellow companions and goes, well, I think we have a way in now.
Dayu pokes her head through and looks around. Listens
Give me a perception roll.
Do you smell anything?
No, that was a crappy roll.
Yeah, you don't hear anything.
I hear nothing. She starts to crawl through.
Yeah, you pretty much see this. There's 4 beds there. As you come inside, it's very much like Pima Wen is reaching out to you, but it's a different voice, Dayu, than Pima Wen. It's like this eerie kind of whisper. I am the keeper of souls, lost souls. Why do you come to my domain past my guardian and interrupt my home?
I have come to relieve you of Pima Wen, for he is quite troublesome and does not belong here.
No one belongs here. This is the realm of lost souls, and he is a lost soul.
When I find him, you will not be lost, yes?
Are you going to allow him to journey through your eyes as he journeys through so many creatures in the mortal realm? Only then can he leave.
She does not like that thought. She kind of shuffles her feet from left to right. If I must, but there may be another who wishes to do so more than I. But one way or another, yes.
Then come to the dais and we will discuss the cost of such a thing.
I surely will. What is a dais?
There's no more response. You guys, are you speaking aloud or?
Yeah,
you
I
could-
don't know if they just hear my voice.
Yeah, they wouldn't hear his voice, but
She kind of, it occurs to her that other people can't hear voices in her head. And she turns around and says, the Keeper of Souls has agreed to speak with us at the dais, if we can find it, and discuss a price for taking Pima Wen from here.
Who is this keeper of souls?
He keeps lost souls. She shrugs.
don't ask me about my home. I don't know anything about it.
Winchini will climb through the window and say, Pima is out lost? Where are you at? He will holler, Pima.
Yeah, you in your mind you hear him say, "Take a right, you fool! Take a right!"
I will, but because I wanted to. And now which way do I want to go?
Straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead, straight ahead, you fool! You blubbering fool!
I think Wenzini knows which way to go, Dayu says to the other two behind her.
This way. He plays sports with us.
There he is, in the cage. Okay, so you get right there. You notice over here, so there's no... You notice those guys standing over there. You come in here, you notice this. You notice this.
Uh-oh.
No further. Each of you hear this whispered in your voice. Pima Wen is a lost spirit, and this is the realm of the lost spirits, and I am their keeper. If you wish to take Pima Wen from here, you must trade one soul for another.
Must the soul be one that is here, or is there one on the mortal realm that you desire?
If you bring me a soul, I will take it. I see 4 souls here. If you want Pima Win now.
Dayu looks at Zini. I am sorry, Zini, but I am using my soul right now.
So, you are the keeper of lost spirits.
Yes?
And
Halt!
Winchini,
Yeah, and you hear Pima Win whisper that to you.
then we will trade the big spirit that enters Dayu for Pimawin.
Pima Win bounces up and down and nods and looks at Dayu. And points over at Pang Day.
I'm sorry, what?
They want to trade your spirit for his.
No! Pimawin, that is not what I said! You will make a fool of me.
He frowns. Alright, what are you guys gonna do?
What do you say instead? That we fight? And if I win, I am the new keeper of lost souls.
It just looks, it kind of like has these shadowy eyes that like radiate this white light kind of, and it just looks sidelong at you, very confused.
Is Pima... What kind of cage is he in?
Look, it's a hung from the ceiling, but it's about head height for you guys.
And how is it fastened shut?
Doesn't appear to be. Not that you can tell.
Like, is there like a door on it, a little cage
Mm-mm,
door, or
no.
does it appear
Okay,
to be
stop
solid?
moving because it's not gonna let you guys move any closer.
I'm not getting moved. I was just moving closer because he was going to ask the keeper. a
Yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead. You can ask.
Is there anything special about the soul that is required to swap, or can it be anyone?
Anyone.
Pangdi kind of looks to his grouping. He's like, I have a few suggestions. None of those souls, of course, are in this room. What are your thoughts? And he kind of looks to Dayu and Shini and Jian.
Fei Jian whispers to Dayu, what if we can just take the monkey and run?
Yeah, Pima Win whispers to you, Dayu, and basically says, No, that will not work at all. I am not flesh and blood, I am not flesh and blood, I am not flesh and blood.
Zhang Wei, the alchemist, I can think of a great many souls that we can swap for Pai Mei Wen.
Dayu looks at Pima Wen and she just starts thinking, furiously at him. How do we get you out of here then?
Swap the soul?
Can you...
Or break the Keeper of Souls lock?
Where is the lock? I see no
It's a
lock.
metaphorical lock, you fool! Kill him!
I don't...
Kill him!
Oh, okay. And she, will, she walks forward and, says, yes. And then she pulls out her sword.
It's not
and
gonna
she
let you get
tries
that
to-
close, though.
Well, she'll get as close as
Okay,
she
go
can.
back. Alright. Alright, so you guys are gonna attack and not do the deal?
Well, I mean,
I think
I
Fei
just-
Jian has a pretty strict rule about dealing with demons, right?
That is true.
Dayu is just, she's kind of compelled by these favors. I think it would, RP-wise, be very difficult for her to leave without trying to get Pimo
And that's
out.
fine. That's fine. Okay. You know what to do.
Oh, I forgot to add 7 to that.
Okay, just go ahead.
So that's 31.
Yeah, just go ahead and do it.
You get to be first this time.
What do you add 7 for?
I've got abilities that add to my reaction.
She's fast.
Sure wish we would have taken a half hour of bandaging to think things over.
So I would have added more guys in here.
Do these guys qualify as undead, or is that just the
The
skeleton warriors?
skeletons for
Just the
sure
Skeller
do.
boys. That you know. Alright, let's see.
Ooh. Ouch.
I thought you guys should actually fight something that was challenging.
Fast. That's for sure.
Bear with me while I set up. Gotta use Bo's macro and see if it works. Alright, its turn. Alright, what's it gonna do? You should have bargained, it says. Does that work? Okay. Just reacquainting myself here. Yeah, so it is going to do that. Duration. Okay. What range are you? So that's only a 2. Okay. Yeah. He's going to cast Mind Control on Wenshini.
All right.
With 2 levels. So one's free. So he gets a total of that and that. Let me make sure that's right, though. Bear with me.
Oh no. Kill the caster.
So gets that one for free. Okay. Oops. Psyche. Target. Benefit none. Train. Yes. So, Wenshini, you are compelled to fight for this spirit for the next 6 AP. So you have to spend 6 AP fighting your comrades. I will let you do that in a way you find to your best benefit against them. It is Dayu's turn.
She doesn't know anything about what's going on with Shini, so she is, I guess, gonna lunge attack.
Okay. You can, or you can't actually because she launched. Never mind. Good. Hold on, I have to reload my screen. Don't understand.
Ah, crap roll.
Now, just because I'm new to the system, when he cast a spell on me, I didn't get any sort of defense
You
roll.
get
or-
it was so basically magic. The way magic works is you do not get to actively defend typically. Instead, you use
Okay.
your mental defense. And if you look at his roll, so to kind of show, so you see the -6 is, I'm guessing, your mental defense. Let me make sure.
My mental defense is a lot higher than that.
Magic defense. So
Oh, my magic.
yeah,
defense.
it's -10. Why is it? Let me look at the macro. What's the -6 about? -6. What is that?
Range?
No, there's no range. Let me hold on. Let me just test it again. See what happens. I'm pretty sure it worked regardless, but I'm just gonna make sure. Magic menu. Psyche. Pointed at you. Targeted, yes.
Was it-
2 special.
Was it because they upped the strength of it, maybe, or something?
No. Yeah, I might have pointed at the wrong person. I might have targeted the wrong person. So you see this roll. He was successful regardless, but because his roll would just been 4 less, and it's 12, so it's still a success. So the way it works is he rolls his skill against you. Okay, so your defense is your magic defense, which is 10. Okay, so you subtract that from his roll, and then you also subtract what's called spell levels. So in magic, it's kind of like range dice, where he, for whatever level he pumps the spell up to, he takes 2, or he takes 1 difficulty level per level that he pumps into the spell. So what he did, he gets a free one from a item that he has. So he got that one for free. That was the range to hit you, because you are 2 hexes away. So that did that, and then he pumped it to, or actually just 1. I'm sorry. So yeah. So the base duration is 3 AP. So he pumped it by 1. So a normal spell with 1s on everything on the first level is 1 spell dice. So that's a D10 that can explode that goes to the difficulty. So he said, okay, instead of 3 AP, I want it to be 6 AP. So that's 2 dice that goes to the difficulty. And you can freeform spells however you want, pumping them and kind of like making them harder to cast. But the person who is targeted by magic doesn't get an active defense. Now, if it was a power, you would get active defense, but since this is magic, you do not. And
Okay.
that's the quick of it. So, okay. Your lunging attack, and you rolled a 22, right? Okay. He will try to dodge. Dodge. Boom, 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 boom. He does. Okay, he's up at 4. And you're at 4. Wenshini, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so typically he's a defensive character, so he needs to be next to the person that he wants to defend, which in this case is Jingshin Wuxi.
Yeah.
So he's going to move there.
Yep.
And then it puts him at
Yep.
1. So
That's correct. And then, man, you guys were pretty slow. The skeleton is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of course, coming to chew. It's running, so Pang Day, what would you like to do?
Do an opportunity attack
Yeah,
on the
I
skeleton.
figured.
Ugh.
Oh,
I mean,
roll
it
ugly.
can't actively defend, and it's a minion, so it kills it. I think, unless its base defense is really high, which I don't think it is. No, yeah. How do you kill the skeleton as it charges you?
As the skeleton warrior charges it, he just kind of almost casually, after dealing with skeletons and zombies, aims for what he's learned to be its weak points and just shatters it to pieces as it gets within range of Black Dragon.
Yeah, the golem slowly moves towards you, Dayu, coming up behind you. There's 3. Fei Jian, you are up.
Getting an attack at him, that would...
That would be difficult. You would take a -3 and potentially need a hardship. If it depends. It depends, but -3 for sure for shooting through Dayu.
although you have to hit people's base defense. Actually, I don't know how that works. I'd be pretty hard to hit.
Basically, if you miss and you are... so the way it works is if they're engaged and you miss, you automatically hit the person, but you would subtract the base defense off.
Right. My base defense is 30, so it's a pretty okay risk in my opinion, but I mean bad stuff can happen.
I could just make it hit Shini though, if I wanted.
Yeah, but he's a bad guy right now.
Not gonna be forever. Good. You decide.
God, I really want to try to get him as fast as possible, because in a second it's not going to be possible.
do it.
So
Yep, if you shoot
I
at
think I'm
him,
gonna-
just make sure you put in additional mods of -3 for shooting through her space.
Okay.
And I believe he's probably at medium range. He is.
And it just stays at medium for my sniper, right?
Yeah, sniper only comes into effect with long and extreme ranges.
Additional mod, -3.
Mm-hmm. It's a hit. Did you target him with the bow?
I tried to. I don't know if something else got in the way or not.
-3, it doesn't seem right. Oh, yeah, that's because I'm dumb. Hold on, sorry. That's going to be a miss, by the way, but I didn't have his current field set. Yeah, his base defense is 26. That's a miss.
Okay.
So you didn't take a hardship, so all right, so 26. It's going to miss die you too, but yep.
Really, for the same reason. We are incorporeal.
Okay, let me see. All right, so that was your shot. Don't forget aims and stuff, obviously. Might come in handy. Okay, it is Skeleton Warrior 2's turn. He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 run. He's running. They don't know any better.
I mean, I guess their benefit is they're jacking my AP into infinity.
I mean, yeah, unless you don't want to attack them. This happens every time. Your AP is so far ahead of everybody else's that
Get them
you
killed.
just attack on the defensive. Yeah, you kill it.
Oh, and I'm not even adding like 3 to undead.
Oh yeah, I mean there are minions. You just are just hacking them to pieces.
Pang Day, as he kills one, he hears the scraping of bone against stone is the next one, and he almost sighs as he turns and just swings, shattering another.
All right,
All they're doing is just ablating your AP.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So that's 6.
Lunge attack against Fei Jian with his guard. I wish you luck. $40. What would you like to do? Base defense would that would be a 28 plus all the damage. You can dodge. You have no weapon to parry. Can't parry with your bow because it has light. So it's either dodge or base defense for you. Rogue.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to try to dodge.
I think that's wise. All right.
Well, not a bad
That's not bad.
dodge.
40 minus 26. Start with that. Okay, it says 14 plus 8. Okay, 22. 19. What armor do you have on your leg? Or arm, sorry.
Hat.
Anything?
Arm is 3.
Okay. So that's 16. That's actually good for you. That's going to be a wound and an injury, but it's not above your death. It's not enough to make you have a death roll, at the very least. So that was a 16 to the left arm. Let me put that on your wounds. Left arm. 16. Okay. Yeah, so it swings down and you move out of the way, but it cuts your bow hand just right across the back of the arm. Terrible pain, obviously, and you already actually have an injury, so let's see. Let me put those on so we don't forget that you guys have those. Alright. Skeletal Warrior 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Do you want to attack it?
Yeah, why not? Let's see if number 4 charges me. Too.
Minion Zapper.
We'll add the mod in this time.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
He's just collecting piles of bones around him as the skeleton warriors mindlessly charge him, thinking somehow the results will be different each time.
This one moves 2, gets up on Dayu. Winshini, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to do an offensive disarm on Dayu.
Okay.
That's 2 hardships, I think.
According to my notes, it says...
It's a called shot, and that's 1 hardship, and then I think it's an extra hardship for the disarm.
Sounds correct.
Yep, 2 hardships. But I think that's what he would do. He knows how dangerous your sword is.
That's a miss, because it's versus base defense value.
Yep. Yeah, what does it look like for both of you when this happens?
Yeah, so Winchini moves into position, as you've seen him do many times before, and maybe Dayu is sort of preparing her next attack, and Winchini just with his quarterstaff just sort of does a sweep around her elbow and tries to knock it from her hands, but misses. She vibrates.
Yeah, it kind of passes through her elbow, but she looks at you confused. I think that's the end of your 6 AP, though.
That's 5. He moved 1, and then he did a 4.
Oh, okay. I thought he had moved 2.
Well, he moved 1, and then 4. It was 6 AP. So, he's done a total of 5.
Right. I just thought he had moved.
Oh,
one,
yes.
so-
Okay. The warrior next to you is going to attack Dayu. If you actually actively defend, it's going to be -6. Or no, negative. I'm sorry, -9.
Yeah, she's actually probably kind of distracted looking over at Wenjini. She knows that warrior's coming up on her, but I don't think she's going to actively defend.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out. Reckless step. That's going to be a hit.
Yeah, it's
That's a skeleton warrior, right?
Yep.
yeah, it's still, she can, it's not going to be a wound, and so she could either choose to take an injury, or it might be an injury.
6
So
damage
I guess-
minus, what's your armor on your torso?
I believe 4.
And that's not going to be anything, because it just met it.
Yeah.
Didn't get past your armor.
Yeah, it clanks against her armor, and so she looks from Wenzini over to the skeleton, looking very irritated. What is wrong with you?
Why aren't you helping me like normal? Yeah, the golem guard is going to reckless attack you, Dayu. Behind you. Yeah. $35.
Okay, well, she's so many negatives to defend right now. Yeah, I'll just take the injury.
Alright.
I think, well, it's
It's
probably
probably
an
a wound. If 5 plus 8, 13. What armor do you have on your for slashing? You said it was what? 4?
4.
It's 9. Okay, that's an injury.
Alright, I'll give myself an
Okay.
injury.
Yellows are injuries and reds are wounds?
Yep.
Okay.
I put 1 in there. I was just in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that would should give yourself another one. Okay, so that guy. Did he go up? What happened to him? Oh, there he is. Okay. Fei Jian. You got some trouble.
What would it take for me to put like the cage between me and this
Gotta
guy?
move. You need a disengage roll.
Could I do that with my acrobatics?
That is what you do them with. Acrobatics versus perception, but you're gonna take a hardship and 2 injuries. Or I'm sorry, a wound and 2 injuries.
And you can move up to 5 spaces
Yep.
away.
If you fail,
Okay.
it can attack you automatically. Just so you know.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to do that because it would be nice if I could keep that cage in between us. I don't know if that would be worth a shit or not, actually.
Or you could just try to get some distance. Actually, I wanna, boy, okay, that's fine.
What's that?
I messed up on one thing, but I'll start tracking it after this. I do want to comment, if you disengage and you fail, he gets to attack you, and it's going to be against your base defense, because you cannot actively defend. That is the rule about
Yeah,
disengage.
I'll shoot him.
Just,
Yeah.
it's risky, especially if you're hurt.
Yeah. And there's no way for me to like rotate around this and keep him away. From
There
me,
is
so.
there is actually a well, if you disengage him, the answer is no. You can do things. There's like often you can move him. There's things you could do potentially.
This is what I'm like trying to
Okay.
do. I want to try to like make him hit the cage and you know, as he swings at me, maybe hit the cage and bust it open is what I was thinking, but I guess it really...
Yeah, and I
really
don't
doesn't
think it's
matter.
really a
That's fine.
physical thing why P-Man 1 can't leave. There's not.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I'm just going to shoot at him.
Okay. So you would be adjacent in your shot. Remember, so Rogue, remember, you have so much lower AP than he does. Okay? Oh, no, you don't. What the fuck? No, you should. The other one should be 4. I don't understand. Is that right? It's like I didn't add them up. Golem 3 attacked you. He should be. They should both be a 7. I don't understand that.
Might not have gotten added.
Yeah. Okay. But you do have a lot more, a lot less AP. So you could, if you're only talking about the golem, you could aim at least. He's at 7, so you could aim 3 times.
I'll do that then. Yeah. because I'm pretty messed up.
Even 4 times. You could aim 4 times at him if you wanted.
Let's do it. Let's aim 4 times.
So you just pull back the string and point it right at his face. It is the wizard's turn. It is going to do a quick cast. And that is going to be... Oh man, that would be rough. Mental attack. Going to do it on Dayu. So, he is going to... I'm just going to do a normal cast, actually. So, he's at touch range. Going to do 3 total levels of damage. So that's 2, a level 2 for him. All right.
Yeah, she might have to make a death roll.
Is your magic defense really a -6? Is that right?
It's
Or
a
6.
6.
Yeah, 6. And your break threshold's a 24. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So let's see. That's 1 wound automatically. Man. Let me mark it down here. Mental wound 41. All right. Go ahead and make me a death roll, please. When it asks you if you want to add your wound level, it might ask that. It really wouldn't be. Just say yes, even though it's.
I just clicked. It didn't ask me anything. I just clicked death roll, and I somehow.
Yeah,
made
it would be a
so.
little higher than that actually. So that's cool. So you take a mental wound. How does it look? Is this like this mental attack happens?
Yeah, she's surrounded on all sides, and even one of her allies is attacking her. I think that she just feels this I don't know, I think it is a mental wound. It's almost like that insidious voice in her head that she's gonna fail, and she starts to tremble and shake and almost drops the sword from her hand.
It is your turn.
I am going to quick attack this warrior. Well, let's see. The other guy's 4, so if I did 3, I'd still go before him. So now I'll do a regular attack on this warrior.
On the skeleton?
Yeah, the skeleton warrior. She just starts kind of swinging, trying to clear the area around her. And all the mods are already automatically in there,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. 18. I'm pretty sure that's going to be enough. Yeah, you kill it. Alright. You cut down this skeleton and Wen Shini. This is your last action, mind controlled.
Yeah, I'm looking for stuff that I can do for
Nah,
1
that's not.
AP.
It's just you do whatever, because
Fair.
you
Yeah.
just move down the track. Yeah, because there's
Oh, okay.
there's nothing but aim you can do. It's just, it's whatever you're at when you go. So you'll do whatever, and then you'll be free.
Yeah, you just pick whatever action you do.
Yeah, I still think.
I mean, if you did like full defense or something, I mean, you can do that.
I don't know how that would be helping though. I don't want to metagame my way out of it. You know what? I'm gonna try a Sunder attack on the magic sword.
Okay. Break the sword. Yes.
That was yeah. Towards the sword. Since I wasn't unable to disarm her of it, since she's phases in and out, I'll just go straight for the sword. Can you phase out your sword? Let's find out.
What does Sunder do?
It technically could
mechanic?
break it. We'll see if he even hits before I go looking for the Sunder rules. They're in Wallace.
Yeah, I'm looking to see how
It could be an equipment.
hardships I have.
It would just be one hardship, I think.
One a hardship, yeah. Do I get any additional hardships from you, Dayu?
I don't think so.
Pretty, and I'm your friend.
That misses.
A 29. Okay.
Okay, Sunder is how many AP? That's 3. Okay. Yeah, you just see him swinging at your sword, like the hilt of it, kind of. And then you kind of come out of it as you kind of realize what you've been doing. You remember it all.
Does it seem like it was those were actions that I wanted to do, or I felt myself sort of being
compelled.
forced into
Definitely
doing?
compelled. You didn't.
Yeah, so Winchny will say, "Ugh, my honor is stained! He has controlled my mind!"
It's gonna go again. It's looks to you when she needs. It's gonna mental attack you. Same exact thing it did against her.
Damn, I should have aimed at him.
I'm resisting with my mental defense and mental defense.
Oh shit, Dayu, I forgot to add the damage even on yours. This is a 10. Oh, so it's only 26 against you. So 26 mental damage. So it's going to be... What is this? That's going to be a wound. It's above your terror level. And
So above my terror level means
yeah,
a
it's
wound?
just your terror level is the exact same thing as a wound level, but for mental wounds. Terror level, trauma level, break threshold. So you take a 26. Yeah, you got off the hook because I forgot to add the damage last time. So it's a mental attack. 26. Yep. So yeah, you feel your mind being assaulted by, this mental attack. So he's up at 10. Dayu, I believe you're up again.
Yeah. I think she's not following what's going on fast enough. She was trying to clear the space around her, so yeah, she's gonna turn and attack this golem.
Okay. He is reckless attack last time. Peng Day, you still happy you're attacking those skeletons?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not bad.
You're sleeping? 29. Okay. I'll just let its base defense take that. So it's 15, 19, 16. You have breach, so half of his slashing. So what did I say? 16, so it's 12. It takes an injury. Yeah, you just nick it. Not really too much of an effect there. You already added your stuff. Okay. It is its turn. It is going to. It's going to continue to try to attack you with a reckless attack. Benefits 3. $34.
I will use my
Yep.
guardian ability, and I will attempt to parry it.
I'll add your AP for that. I'll add its AP for that.
Oh, I forgot to add in the modifier for the wound.
Oh no, it's already
It's
in there.
already
The
it's
negative
already-
1. Still a you're unable to parry it. Did you add your benefit, or your 2 benefits, I should say?
I did.
Dayu, you can still defend against the 32 if you wish.
I
Or
won't. I won't
34,
make it. I mean,
say.
part of my second level in corporeal means I can just take an injury. I'm just taking an injury.
What do you mean? 412.
I mean, if I take a wound, I take an injury. I can convert a wound to an injury. Oh wait, I think I have to spend a fate point though.
Well, I don't know
So
if
I
it's
spend
going
a
to be
fate-
quite that. So it's 12.
Okay,
Hit you in the torso. What is your defense?
4.
Yeah, it's good. Just an injury that time.
Okay.
I totally did not remember that did that. So yep. That one cuts you across the chest as Winshini is kind of out of it still, maybe. And Fei Jian, you're up with this thing leering over you.
Here we go.
So 4 benefits adjacent. Yeah, hit something in the head. Shit. 28. Okay, that hits it. 14, 18. Let's see what it's pierced. I don't think it's much. 3. And that has piercing, right? So 17 damage. Yep, that gives it an injury. Not great.
No.
Okay, you're at 10. It is going to do a normal attack. Actually, take that back. It's going to aim 5 times. It doesn't think you can hurt it. Alright, Winshini, you're up.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna attack this thing that tried to take control of my mind.
I think that might be wise.
And I'm gonna do a reckless attack against
Okay.
it. Not really my thing, but I'm gonna try it. So I add 3 in the benefit
Yep,
box.
that's correct.
Ah, terrible.
21. Oh, wow, that is really bad. It is going to try to dodge. It does have a -3 to its dodge, because it is threatened by... Oh, no, it's not, actually, because the golem on the backside. It does dodge.
Yeah.
But that pumps it up to 11, at least. Small victories. Pang Day, what would you like to do after you destroying the wimpiest guys on the field? The
all
toughest
about
guy
that.
beating the wimpiest people.
So he is going to run 6 spaces. Let me make sure I count this out right. That's 3 action points.
Okay. You're 12. Dayu.
What am I on right now? 10?
Mm-hmm.
That guy is going. 11. I'm gonna aim once.
Who are you aiming at?
The golem.
Okay. Fei Jian.
What happens if you run just before they attack, if they've been aiming?
They're aiming. They can make any sort of attack they want. If they make an opportunity attack, they'll get 5 benefits.
Okay.
You don't want that.
And if I disrupt him, if I hit him, that'll mess up
Nope.
his aim?
If you make him dodge, it does.
Which he
but
could try to dodge. Don't know that he would, but
I'll just try my quick attacks.
are you going to technically do a quick attack, or are you just going to shoot him?
I'm just
Okay,
gonna shoot
so
him.
that's 3.
I don't really have much in the way.
I wouldn't
of,
quick attack him just because you're so hurt already. Because you take a hardship to do the fast attack thing. Please hit hard. Negative.
Oh,
That is a
no.
miss. It is Dayu's turn. Or no, it's... Oh god, it's this guy again. Okay. He's gonna cast Panic on Pang Day. Alright. You are... How many hexes away? 2, so that's 1 level right there. So he's at level 2. And then that's really all he can do. So it's a level 2 spell. If he succeeds, the target must use a run action and move as far away as the caster as possible. Targets will move in the least threatened direction, but will flee even if the engaged defender is threatened by an opportunity attack. Okay, so and the duration is your next action. So your next action you would flee, you would run 10 hexes. Okay, so here we go. I hope your magic defense is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you flee.
So on 12, I just basically have to run
Yep.
10 hexes.
That would be a good scaredy cat one. That one.
Oh no!
This is a skeleton war.
This is not a skeleton warrior. What do I do? All right, Daiyu, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna.
I think this is the first guys that have ever given you guys even a challenge.
Yeah, we may not make it. Honestly, we might be too wounded. We'll see. None of us are good at mental defense, except maybe Fei Jian. He might be okay. I'm just gonna do a regular attack. I can't afford to take that -5.
I feel like I should be attacking Wuxi.
Actually, if I were attacking with swallowtail knives, I'd spend a turn drawing it, and then I'd throw, and then would have
don't
the
they
same
have
range rules, right?
swallowtail? Don't they have the thing?
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh yeah, they're quick.
yeah, so you wouldn't need to draw them. Or I think oh god, what's quick do? I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to spend anything to.
Yeah,
draw.
I think that was
Yeah.
what it was. It may work out better. So, let's see.
Who did you throw that at?
The
Okay.
golem.
That's it's not going to defend. So okay, that's a hit. 10. -5 actually.
On a
Yeah,
head.
-5 too because he's reckless last time. So that's 15. 16 head, 21. Piercing. Okay, so it's 21. It has 3. So piercing. It's actually going to be 19. So it takes 19 damage. It's a wound. So it has that look as you fire that thing and hit it.
Yeah, she takes a strike with her weapon, but then kind of quickly reaches down while it's kind of distracted and tosses a knife, and it hits it right in its eye hole, whatever's there, and it does seem to disorient it somewhat.
Offensive disarm is two things. It's going to try to offensive disarm.
Okay, yeah, that's 2 hardships.
Yeah, what's the AP on that one? Let's see.
4
That's what I would guess. But
or 5.
offensive maneuver. Yeah, 4. Okay. Alright, so that's what it's going to try to do. Alright, there we go. Let me get rid of the reckless thing. You guys are too close. Okay. Combat. Two hardships. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Miss. Yeah, it just swings for your blade hand and it misses. Pang Day. What would you like to do, Governor?
Oh.
Insert runaway gif of Monty Python and the rabbit. So let's find myself 10 hexes.
Does he get a new courage
No,
check?
it just lasts one turn. That's it.
Hey, Dave, where are you
You're
going?
going through walls. What are
He
you
kind
doing?
of feels this.
Come back.
What? Oh, well, let me try that again.
You're here.
Stay right there. So it's repeat that again. I have to
10
run
10
like a
hexes.
straight line
Is
or not.
yeah. You just get away from it as much as possible.
It's safe over here.
It's not,
Kind of
though.
feels this pressure building in his head, and he just, as he rounds the corner, he makes eye contact with the Wuxi, and just a dread fills him as he grabs his head and runs screaming out of the room for reasons unknown to everyone else.
The golem is now going to attack. Besides Ghost, I think I've killed Rogue the most in Heroes and Hardships, so...
Yeah.
I've killed Ghost a lot too, though. 59.
Oh my gosh. I don't think Fei Jian's gonna be writing any stories.
You can... Okay, so don't forget burning fate points and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can add 20 to your
Dodge roll.
defense
Mhm.
roll.
You can actually burn multiple at a time. There's no rule against it. So you have 2 fate points. You could burn both of them and get plus 40 to your roll, your dodge roll, or actually
I'll burn one.
even your base defense.
Oh, I wanted to save one
Yeah,
to fire
that's
at
fine. Yep, you
Wuxi.
can definitely do that. Burn 1, so it's plus 20 to your dodge roll.
So if this doesn't work, it's just too bad. Additional mods 20.
Mhm. Come on, get close at least.
It didn't roll.
Don't put a
I tried
plus
to
in there. If you put a plus, it will break. I don't know if that's what happened.
Maybe I must have clicked off my guy, maybe. Damn it. The suspense.
Oh,
It's
not bad.
Terrible. Okay, so that's 12, 20. What's your slashing defense on your torso? Please more than 2.
My torso is 3.
All right, no death roll then. So that would be 17, just under your death. So you take a wound and injury, but wrong guy.
Yeah, you may need to start doing full defense.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so 17 torso slashing. All right, you have 3 injuries and 2 wounds now. All right, now bump you up to 14 for your dodge. Bump him up to 15 because he just normal attacked. All right. Winchini.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack this Wuxi again.
Can he be hit by normal weapons?
I don't know.
Do we know that yet?
Nobody's hit him yet.
Yeah, no one's hit him.
He's a dodgy.
I'm gonna
Run that
reckless
bait.
attack.
Okay.
So that's 3 benefits, yeah? And sure, yeah, why not? I'll spend my fate point on the
You're
attack.
gonna spend or burn.
spend is one benefit,
Burn is plus 20.
but it comes back. Yeah, burn. Gone forever, but plus 20.
Yeah, let's burn it.
All right. So plus 20 to your roll.
So,
Give me back my
Yep.
monkey!
That makes sense. 53. That's good. I hope. All right. I've done that.
still didn't roll very well.
All right. It's going to dodge. Okay. So here we go. Oh, it rolled terrible. Okay, 53, 29, it's 24, 25. It has no armor, so it takes 25 damage. You hit it in the torso, right? Okay. Let me make sure it doesn't have any armor. I don't know that for sure. Yeah,
It doesn't.
25.
Who wears armor hanging around their own house?
That's a wound. Yeah. That's a wound. Yeah. How does it look as you do hit this thing, and it is hittable, apparently.
Yeah, so normally, Winchny has a very defensive stance, but this time he chokes up on his quarterstaff and just swings it like a mallet straight towards this thing's center mass. Just trying to sledgehammer break it as best he can. And he on the fates, I call, and takes his best shot.
Dayu.
I'm going to spend a fate on this attack in addition to my
Okay. I'll take care of. Don't lower
Aim.
it off the thing, because you didn't,
Okay.
right?
yeah. No,
Because when you spend, if you do that, I can never remember if it's.
but I'm doing the swallowtail knives again.
Just give yourself an extra benefit. Can I ask why you're doing the swallowtail knives? Is it because your agility's better?
No, I feel like the ranged dynamic is going to work better for me right now than because you can't dodge knives.
It can dodge. It's adjacent.
Oh, okay.
It can't
I guess
parry
that's why I
though.
was
It can't
thinking.
parry, and these things dodge for shit. So
Yeah.
maybe yes, in that case, it's correct. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fine. That's what it'll do. 27, 28 damage. That's enough to give it a wound. Okay. Yeah, just chunk into it again. Let's see. Fei Jian, what would you like to do?
There's active defense things.
Yeah, you can full defense. Rope. Hello. Rope.
Are you on mute?
Oh, he might have fallen asleep.
He's so injured he can't even talk.
I'm hurt. I'm so hurt.
He plays dead.
Yeah, it goes next, so... if you want to just take like a 2-minute break, maybe? I'll ping him. Rogue, you there?
He's not in the chat.
I just heard somebody drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was Rogue.
Oh, did
Rogue
he?
dropped.
maybe he might be having
Okay.
issues.
I'll just do full defense for him then.
I think that's safest when a player's not there to decide.
Yeah, he said something about shooting the guy, but he's about to get attacked, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna... Since those two are kind of faced off, I'm just gonna wait, and then we're just gonna skip them
Okay.
for now.
Okay.
Because I don't think anything... okay, well this guy's gonna go... I know he said he wanted to shoot him, so I'm not sure... well, I gotta make a decision, I guess. I'll do full defense for him. I don't think he's gonna hit that guy anyway. So it is going to do a... What else can it do that I haven't done? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see who it is. When she need, it's going to cast confusion. So basically, this you must use on your next action. You must use the delay for 2 AP. That's the base. It's going to do base. Actually, oh no, it's going to use both. It's going to do both targets for this. So it'll just do. It'll just be a level 2 again for it.
Alright, so if it succeeds, I spend delay for 2
Yeah.
AP.
Oh, it can now. Okay, so
Yeah, welcome
so
back.
cool. Haven't went yet. What did you want to do? You're up.
Damn internet went out.
Oh, we can roll for you if need be.
Yeah, I was gonna try to aim at or shoot at Wushu and burn my
Okay.
last fate point.
Yeah,
if
you
I
can do that. So you're not on roll 20, right? Okay,
No.
I'll do it for you. Unless somebody else. Well, I've got control. So, bow.
His last kind of, yeah, I imagine he's pretty mad. He's like, maybe the guy's even got his blade up, about to do a finishing blow on him, you know. He's trying to help everybody else.
This is actually. I'm sorry. Okay, so you got to shoot through Dayu. So it's actually going to end up being a plus 17. 1, 2, 3, medium range. Miss. Yeah. Just barely misses him. -3 is what it ended up being. Okay. So that would be okay. So now it's gonna roll its magic, psyche. So this is going to be different for each of you, actually, since, well, it's actually going to be the highest. So I think Winshini has the best magic defense. So targeted, yes. Spell effects 2. Yeah, that definitely worked.
So we're delayed.
Yep. So just give yourself 2 additional AP. I can do that for Winching. Yeah, you're just like kind of start seeing stars and whatnot. Okay. And that's 3 for it.
How much AP did it cost to cast
3.
that?
3.
Wow. They could just keep us tranced well, I guess not indefinitely.
Yeah, it'll eventually catch up.
I mean, he could do more than 2 AP though. He could, if it would work. works. But okay, so it's a guard. It's gonna attack Dayu. It's gonna do a reckless attack. Four. That misses. Section 19. The Golem Guard over Fei Jian. Normal attack. Actually, aim for 5 again. Aiming for 5. Okay, let's see. Pang Day.
With his cardio complete, he turns back around.
He didn't want to get a
and,
cramp, so he
Yeah,
needed to
he
warm up.
he was sitting drinking some water. Decides to get back into the fray, this time kind of reassessing who to attack and what to do. So he will sprint back into action.
And I would say P My Win doesn't get in the way of your attacks if that was what you wanted to do.
So that's to here.
How much is that?
That's 3 action points.
Okay. All right. Fei Jian, you're up again, Rogue. What would you like to do? If you're there. I'm just gonna.
I am going to.
Okay.
Yeah, can.
Good.
Yeah. Can you roll
Yeah,
for,
absolutely. Mhm.
me? Sorry. I'll shoot the guy in front of me, I guess.
All right. We'll give it a whirl. Bow.
Or yeah. Can I go full?
Yes, you certainly can. Yes. Let's do. Okay.
I'll do that.
So it's 22. Oh shit. What was his initiative? Damn it! I hate when that happens.
16.
Thank you.
Now the stupid whooshy goes again.
Yeah. It doesn't like getting. Panic on Pang Day again? No, he's gonna do a mental attack on Wen Shini. Actually, he's going to do double. Do I want to do double targets? Actually, I'm going to do triple targets. So that's 2 levels right there, and then 2 more levels to hit Pang Day, the furthest one out. So it's going to be a level 4 to hit all 3 of you. This is going to be so this result is not going to be for everyone necessarily, but I'm pointing at Wen Shini because it's going to be based on your mental defense. Targeted, yes. 4 spell effects. Okay, so it hits. His is 10. So he just did 5 damage. So 11 damage to Wen Shini. So he takes an injury. What is your
This is versus magic.
magic?
Not
That is
mental,
correct.
right?
What is your magic resistance?
I think it's 6.
Okay. So you take, actually, you take 15, so that's a wound. I'll put that in your pencil. What's your magic, Peng Day? 8. So you take 2 more than he took. Now I think you take 13. So you take an injury. Oh, I'm looking at your wound levels. Holy shit! I'm sorry. It could be very different. 14, not different for you. Not significantly different for you. Uh, 14, 7, similar. What did I say it was against you? Boy, I'm having... So it's 11 damage. Might plus 2, 13. Yeah. Okay. Injury. Yep. Okay. All right. So you're there. You're there. You're there. All right. He's at 21. Let's see where we are. Golem Winshini. Nope. Sorry. Dayu.
Yeesh. Well, this guy's using mental attacks anyway. So I'm going to reckless attack this thing with. Actually, I'll.
It's pretty hurt, I have to say.
So that one goes on 3. Yeah. Yeah, I'll aim once and then I'll attack it. So I'll just go next round, I guess, when
Okay.
Sweeney or
Yeah,
whoever
go
else
ahead,
goes before
Finley.
me.
Okay. I'm trying to think, is there any way that I could get over to try to help Fei Jian out? I mean, I would know.
Yeah, you would. You could disengage, but you'd have to move to your left one. But you can move as many. You can move 5, so you could move left and then curl around, kind of. The Wuxi isn't threatening you because he doesn't have a weapon to. I mean, he could punch you, but he's not going to.
Can I occupy the same space where Pima Win is? Because he's in a cage
Yes, you
hanging from
can.
the ceiling,
Yes,
right?
you can.
All right, so I'm just gonna move like this.
Well, you
over
would
here.
take multiple potential. Are you disengaging? You cannot do that unless you're willing to be attacked. Basically, a bunch. Yep.
A bunch? Or
Watch.
just by
Watch.
the
Yeah.
golem?
Well, yeah. Okay. So, well, you can't disengage into a threatened square. So you can't disengage here. So
Right.
you'd have to disengage here, and then go here, 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 like that kind of thing. Unless you just want to try to move this way and let it attack you and see if it hits you. It's pretty hurt. It'd be versus your base defense
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
And you
try
can
it.
run,
I'm
and
just
you
gonna
could
let it
run
take-
too, so it'd be -3 to the attack.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to let it
Okay,
swing at
I'm
me.
gonna set you here so I can kind of see how it do it each step.
Sure.
So you move here. It's gonna try to. It would
Yep.
automatically try to reckless attack you.
Oh, yes, please, reckless attack.
Yeah, it reckless attacked and probably hit him. 37, so that's a hit of 17. Okay, hold on. First thing, I'll bump its thing. So 23. So 13. 21 damage. Do you have any armor for torso? Don't think
Nope.
you do. So that's going to be a wound and injury. So you can... oh, it's a -3, so let's see if that matters. It does not, just barely. So, slashing... torso, 21. Okay, do you want to keep going?
Oh, so it gets to swing
Every time,
single
every
sex?
time. We can take it back if you want.
Oh.
Every time you.
I failed
Okay,
to
every
understand
time you leave a disengaged space or a threatened space. So you're still threatened, right here.
I see.
So we can take that back, and you can try to disengage out if you want. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, okay. I just thought it was going to do one attack. I didn't know it was going to do one attack in every
Yeah,
single
every
hex.
hex you move out of. So here, let me change that. Okay, since we didn't understand, that's fine. So take that off. Okay, so go ahead and make a acrobatics check.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
gonna
I
make
mean,
that,
it's
but,
versus its perception, so, and it's pretty hurt, so. And if
Okay.
if it passes, I'll just use its last attack, right? Which will do the same thing. So that's a mental perception.
An
Okay,
11.
his is going to be a 6. Okay, so it did not hit.
Oh.
So you disengage out like this, and then you can move anywhere
Okay.
you want.
All right, so from here I go like, left drag.
You go here, here, and you could
That's 8.
you
hexes.
can only move 5 with the disengage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Let's see.
Thank
Yep.
you. No,
Yep.
me.
Mm-hmm. You then Ping Day.
That was with 4 benefits.
So you're reckless attacked.
Mm-hmm.
34.
It reckless. No, it didn't reckless
It
attack
didn't do.
because that didn't happen.
Correct. So it is going to try to parry.
Oh wow, pretty good.
6 plus that's 10. Okay, you have breach, right?
Yep.
So that's half.
It's gonna be another injury probably.
Mm-mm. Yeah, it's not enough to injure it. This is only 6.
Okay.
Yeah, but it increases its thing to 24. Yeah.
What, 25? What's
Yep.
reckless is 4?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Pang Day, you're up now.
All right, we're going to do a reckless attack on the golem with its back turned to it.
You could lunge in there and hit the
Gyre.
whooshy too. You could lunge, do a lunge attack.
This golem can't hurt me. It's too wounded.
I'm just taking a look to see when Wuxi acts on 21. So it's just -3.
It's just
huh?
-3, and it would not take a. It would actually would take. Would it? No, it would not take any defensive negative, but
But it's wounded.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's just a -3.
you're going to be at -9 altogether. You could burn a fate point for a +20.
If I'm doing that, I'm gonna jack up my aim to the
Okay. It panics you away again, right as you're aiming. Aim 5, and then it panics you. That would suck.
Oh, I gotta cancel this. Hold on. My +3 for undead and -3 for attacking cancel. Change that.
Let's see here. That's pretty good. I'll try dodge. Not good enough. Not good. That's not even with a -3. You didn't give yourself another -3.
Well, it's because I had +3 for attacking undead.
It's not
So
undead.
those two can't. Oh, well then I guess
Yeah.
even worse.
Okay. So that's 4 to you. 1 to it. Where is it? It's up at 22. This one's going to normal attack. Okay, here we go. May the winds be with you. 5. Okay. So Rogue, you have full defense, so I'm guessing you want to dodge, yeah? Gonna assume. Dodge. You have 5 benefits to dodge.
Yeah. I think.
Holy shit.
Unless I can fake like I'm dead and just fall over.
Well, you rolled a -1, which
Nice.
means that's a 40. That would be instant death.
At least
Yeah. How would you like to go? I'll let you describe it.
I think he. I think after that launched of the arrow at the bad guy, after that just missed, he pretty much all hope was lost at that point. So when he looks up, the blade just comes like right down on his neck and then through his chest, and he just falls down. Dead. Almost instantly.
Very sad. When Fei Jian dies, you guys kind of catch like a light coming out of his body, and that light zips towards the thing that you're fighting, and it just says, "The transfer is complete. The deal has been made." And Dayu, as you're about to, you're like kind of looking over your shoulder, the thing disappears into nothing, and the golems just, they kind of like change. They turn their blades around and put the tips into the floor and stand there still. And Pima Win, as that thing like disappears, a spirit comes out of it, this blue kind of misty force, and zips back into the body over there, and one of the cage, like the cage door, it's in the bottom, and it just opens, and the monkey drops out, and you all hear him say, "Ugh, you are terrible at this fighting thing. Terrible, terrible, terrible."
I think-
Dayu keeps looking around for Fei Jian's spirit. Oh no, where has he gone?
A soul for a soul.
I think Winchny would go over and would pick up Fei Jian's body and will say, "I promised that I would return him to his brother and sister. But I did not know the fates would twist my words. They curse the fates, and all of the gods, and all of Wuhan.
Pima Wen frowns and he makes his way over to you, Winshini, and kind of looks up at you and tugs on your pant leg and reaches up for you to take him almost like a baby would.
Shani will scoop him up and place Pima Wen on his shoulder and scratch him in the place where he likes to be scratched. Not that place behind his ears. And say, you, troublemaker, look at what you have caused. You are lucky. I care so much for you. Otherwise I would have stayed in the brothel.
He frowns and you hear him whisper in your mind, "We should go back to the brothel now. There's nothing better to mourn a friend than drink some wine."
Winchini will scoop up Fei Jian's body and will carry it out of this horrible place.
Any other last comments by everybody else?
Pang Day will just kind of go over to Dayu and help her, assist her if she's injured, and otherwise kind of help the group out of the shrine.
Zhang Dayu leans against Pang Day, limps slowly out, less out of pain but more out of just a feeling of failure and loss that Fei Jian was made to sacrifice. It will not be in vain, Fei Jian. We will close this bridge.
And as you make the promise to close the bridge, you seem almost forced to walk out of this place and leave. As you do, you walk back down towards where the bridge is, and the bridge is not there. You walk through the woods. You see the smoldering smoke of your campfire in the morning light of the sun that is rising, and that's where we'll stop as you carry the dead body and Pima Wen on your shoulder. And that's it. Sorry.
Wow, what a tough battle.
Yeah.
Fighting people with those mental attacks, that's brutal. Especially if they're, good at dodging it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having three very good combat characters clearly exposes their weakness to mental attacks, because basically what I was doing, kind of what Friendly did, is I was just going to aim for my max allotted times and do a reckless and burn a fate point, see if I could cut his head off in one swoop, because I'm assuming he was like a power level 2
He was
character.
power level 2. He
Nice
was
pool.
a power level 2 character, yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry Fei Jian is dead.
I had him right where I wanted him.
Well, I knew when I was like, oh god, he's got to get out of there before that golem comes over there.
We will publish you posthumously.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Yep.
I gotta go,
All right.
I
guys.
can't believe my fucking
Yeah, it's
AI
late.
dropped.
Good
Thanks.
night.
Later.
Good night, all.
Later,